Hello and welcome back to Elevate with Purpose. Do you ever feel like your emotions are controlling you instead of the other way around? Maybe you're stuck in a cycle of negativity, stress, or self-doubt, and you're not sure how to break free. What if I told you that you have the power to take control of your emotions and transform your life? Today, we're diving into Master Your Emotions by Thibaut Meurisse, a practical and insightful guide to understanding and managing your emotions. This book provides actionable strategies to help you overcome negativity, build emotional resilience, and create a more positive and fulfilling life. In this video, we'll explore the core principles of Master Your Emotions, how to identify and understand your emotional triggers, practical strategies to overcome negativity and manage your feelings, how to build emotional resilience and take control of your life. Let's dive into these life-changing lessons and uncover how to master your emotions. The setting: why emotions matter. Emotions play a huge role in our lives. They influence our thoughts, decisions, and actions, and they can either propel us forward or hold us back. But here's the thing: you are not your emotions. You have the power to understand, manage, and even transform them. Thibaut Meurisse explains that mastering your emotions isn't about suppressing or ignoring them. It's about understanding where they come from and learning how to respond to them in a healthy way. Lesson 1. Understand your emotional triggers. The first step to mastering your emotions is to understand your emotional triggers. These are the situations, people, or thoughts that cause you to react emotionally. For example, you might feel angry when someone criticizes you or anxious when you're faced with a tight deadline. By identifying your triggers, you can start to take control of your emotional responses. Actionable steps. Keep a journal to track your emotions and identify patterns. Reflect on situations where you felt strong emotions and ask yourself, what triggered this emotion? How did I react? And how could I have responded differently? Use this awareness to prepare for future triggers. Ask yourself, what are my most common emotional triggers? How can I become more aware of my emotional responses? Lesson 2. Challenge negative thoughts. Negative emotions often stem from negative thoughts. Meurisse teaches that by challenging these thoughts, you can change how you feel. For example, if you're feeling anxious about a presentation, you might think, I'm gonna mess up. But is that thought really true? Or is it just your fear talking? Actionable steps. Identify the negative thought behind your emotion. Ask yourself, is this thought true? What evidence do I have for and against it? What's a more balanced or positive way to look at this situation? Replace the negative thought with a more realistic or empowering one. Ask yourself, what negative thoughts am I holding on to? How can I reframe them to feel more positive and in control? Lesson 3. Practice emotional acceptance. Meurisse emphasizes the importance of accepting your emotions rather than fighting them. When you resist or suppress your emotions, they often become stronger. But when you accept them, you can process and release them more effectively. For example, if you're feeling sad, instead of telling yourself, I shouldn't feel this way, try saying, it's okay to feel sad right now. This is a normal human emotion. Actionable steps. Acknowledge your emotion without judgment. Allow yourself to feel it fully, even if it's uncomfortable. Remind yourself that emotions are temporary and will pass. Ask yourself, how do I typically react to uncomfortable emotions? How can I practice acceptance and let go of resistance? Lesson 4. Build emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and handle challenges with grace. Meurisse provides practical strategies to build resilience and strengthen your emotional well-being. For example, practicing gratitude, mindfulness, and self-care can help you stay grounded and positive, even in difficult situations. Actionable steps. Start a daily gratitude practice by writing down 3 things you're thankful for. Practice mindfulness through meditation, deep breathing, or simply being present in the moment. Prioritize self-care by getting enough sleep, eating well, and exercising regularly. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today to build emotional resilience? How can I incorporate gratitude and mindfulness into my daily routine? Lesson 5. Take control of your emotional state. Meurisse teaches that you have the power to change your emotional state by changing your focus and actions. For example, If you're feeling down, you can lift your mood by listening to uplifting music, going for a walk, or spending time with loved ones. Actionable steps. Identify activities that boost your mood and make you feel good. Create a mood-boosting toolkit with things like music, books, or hobbies. Use these tools to shift your emotional state when you're feeling low. Ask yourself, what activities make me feel happy and energized? How can I use these activities to take control of my emotional state? Lesson 6. Develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that you can improve and grow through effort and learning. Meurisse explains that adopting this mindset can help you handle challenges and setbacks with resilience and optimism. For example, instead of thinking, I'm bad at public speaking, you can think, I'm improving my public speaking skills with practice. Actionable steps. Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. Focus on progress rather than perfection. Celebrate small wins and learn from failures. Ask yourself, where do I have a fixed mindset and how can I shift to a growth mindset? How can I view challenges as opportunities to grow? Lesson 7. Let go of what you can't control. One of the biggest sources of stress and negativity is trying to control things that are out of your hands. Meurisse teaches that letting go of what you can't control is key to emotional freedom. For example, you can't control the weather, but you can control how you prepare for it. Focus on what you can influence and let go of the rest. Actionable steps. Identify areas of your life where you're trying to control the uncontrollable. Practice acceptance and focus on what you can control. Use affirmations like, I release what I cannot control and focus on what I can. Ask yourself, what am I trying to control that's out of my hands? How can I let go and focus on what I can influence? Lesson 8. Practice self-compassion. Meurisse emphasizes the importance of self-compassion in managing your emotions. Instead of being hard on yourself when you make mistakes, treat yourself with kindness and understanding. For example, if you fail at something, instead of criticizing yourself, remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and that you're doing your best. Actionable steps. Practice self-compassion by speaking to yourself as you would to a friend. Remind yourself that it's okay to make mistakes and that there are opportunities to learn. Take care of yourself emotionally by giving yourself permission to rest and recharge. Ask yourself, how do I typically treat myself when I make a mistake? How can I practice more self-compassion in my daily life? Lesson 9. Set healthy boundaries. Meurisse teaches that setting healthy boundaries is essential for emotional well-being. By protecting your time, energy, and emotional space, you can avoid unnecessary stress and negativity. For example, if someone consistently drains your energy, it's okay to limit your interactions with them or say no to their demands. Actionable steps. Identify areas of your life where you need stronger boundaries. Communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively. Prioritize your well-being by saying no to things that don't align with your values or goals. Ask yourself, where do I need to set healthier boundaries? How can I communicate my boundaries effectively? Lesson 10. Focus on the present moment. Meurisse explains that living in the present moment is key to managing your emotions. When you focus on the past or future, you often feel regret, anxiety, or stress. But when you focus on the present, you can find peace and clarity. For example, instead of worrying about an upcoming deadline, focus on the task at hand and take it one step at a time. Actionable steps. Practice mindfulness by paying attention to your breath, senses, or surroundings. Use grounding techniques like the 5-4-3-2-1 method to bring yourself back to the present. Remind yourself that the present moment is all you have control over. Ask yourself, how often do I get caught up in the past or future? How can I practice being more present in my daily life? Final thoughts. Master your emotions. Master your life. Master Your Emotions is more than just a book. It's a guide to taking control of your emotional well-being and creating a more fulfilling life. By understanding your emotions, challenging negative thoughts, and building resilience, you can overcome negativity and live with greater peace and purpose. The key takeaways are: understand your emotional triggers and take control of your responses. Challenge negative thoughts and reframe them in a more positive way. Practice emotional acceptance and let go of resistance. Build emotional resilience through gratitude, mindfulness, and self-care. Take control of your emotional state by focusing on what lifts you up. Develop a growth mindset and view challenges as opportunities. Let go of what you can't control and focus on what you can influence. Practice self-compassion and treat yourself with kindness. Set healthy boundaries to protect your emotional well-being. Focus on the present moment to find peace and clarity. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Elevate with Purpose for more insights on personal growth, mindset, and living with intention. And before you go, let me know in the comments. What's one emotion you struggle with, and what's one step you'll take today to master it? Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep elevating your purpose.